You know that feeling, right? That moment every small business owner absolutely dreads. The screen goes black, the network just dies, and suddenly everything grinds to a halt. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into the pay-as-you-go IT support model and show you how, with the right strategy, you can turn that reoccurring pain into a repeatable win.
And yeah, this is really the big question, isn't it? For any business watching its budget, only paying for IT help when you actually need it. I mean, that sounds pretty much perfect. But is that simple approach really worth the risk of a sudden, catastrophic system failure?
Well, to answer that, we have to really dig into the core trade-off of this whole pay-as-you-go approach, which is often called the break-fix model. You'll see it's this constant balancing act between saving some cash up front and, managing these potentially huge risks down the line.
So what is it exactly? Well, it's about as simple as it sounds. It's a purely reactive approach. Your server crashes, you call someone. Your software gets a virus, you call someone. You're not paying for any kind of prevention or maintenance, you're only paying for the cure, and only when you're already sick. And this really is the heart of it. On one side, the appeal is so obvious. No monthly bill means low ongoing costs. It's simple, and you don't get tangled up in some complex long-term contract. But then you look at the other side of the scale, the risk. You've got these unpredictable, potentially massive repair bills, and worst of all, critical business downtime while you're just sitting there waiting for a fix.
So that brings up a really important question. I mean, downtime is just a word, it's kind of abstract, but the cost? Oh, the cost is very, very real. So what does that risk actually look like when it hits your bottom line?
And here you go. Now, this is a staggering number, and to be fair, it's often for larger companies, but the principle is exactly the same for everyone. Every single minute your business is offline, every minute you can't serve clients or your production is stopped, it is costing you real money. This is exactly why having a plan, even inside a reactive model like this, is absolutely crucial.
So if you're going to use this model, how in the world do you manage that enormous risk? Well, the answer is one word: structure. Let's take a look at the framework you can build to turn what feels like a simple emergency phone call into a truly reliable system for your business.
You see, a quality break-fix service isn't just one thing. It's really a suite of on-demand solutions that should cover everything from the physical hardware and software to your entire network. And maybe most critically, it absolutely must include a plan for data recovery after a crash, because that's your ultimate safety net. Okay, here's what this looks like in the real world. For this small law firm, a network outage during a super critical time could have been a total disaster. But because they already had a reliable break-fix partner lined up, they were back online in hours, not days. They saved their client relationships and, importantly, prevented any data loss. And it's the exact same story for this manufacturer. When one of their servers crashed, it stopped their entire production monitoring system dead. A fast response was everything. Having a technician on site in just 2 hours meant the bad hardware got replaced, the data was restored, and those production lines started rolling again with minimal damage done.
But let's be really clear about something. Effective support in today's world, it's not just about speed anymore. Anytime you let someone into your systems, you have to be thinking about safety, privacy, and compliance.
These right here, these are your non-negotiables. It doesn't matter if a technician is only touching your system for an hour. They have to comply with data protection laws like GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California. They need to follow established security standards, and they should only be given the absolute minimum access they need to do their job, and nothing more. So here's the bottom line. You can outsource the repair, but you can never, ever outsource the responsibility. The security and the privacy of your company's data and your client's data, that always stays with you. Okay, so we've seen the risks, we've seen the potential. Now, let's get practical. Let's turn these ideas into a concrete action plan that you can actually use to make break-fix work for you, not against you. Following these 5 steps is what transforms break-fix from a total gamble into a smart, calculated business strategy. First, you've got to know what you have. Then, choose your partners carefully. Define the rules with something called a service-level agreement. Track every single issue so you can learn from it. And finally, always be reviewing your process to make it even better next time. And this framework makes it even more practical. You want to plan ahead. Create an incident response plan so nobody's panicking when something breaks. You want to educate your team so they can describe the problem clearly, which just leads to faster fixes. And you have to constantly ask yourself, is this model still the right financial choice for my business? It's all about being prepared.
So, let's end on this thought. Your next IT issue, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. The real question is, are you just going to be reacting to the problem, or will you have a structured plan in place that lets you manage it, learn from it, and turn that moment of pure pain into a repeatable, systematic win